Yeah. So cytosine and thymine are the other kind. They're pyrimidines. It's not super important that you remember that, but just so you know, there's different types. All right. Yeah. So cytosine and thymine are the other. that means that I got the YouTube up. All right. Here you go, Eric. I'll send this to you. That's a link. Okay. So it's a little bit behind what we're doing. Remember, it's like a couple seconds behind. All right. Let's see who's up. We have this royal horse and silly bunny up there. Okay, what is the name used to describe the shape of DNA? So how would we describe the shape of DNA? What would we call it, in other words? We would call it the green question, double fries. Well, you know, sometimes it's hard to come up with wrong answers. So I tried to make them like super obvious. It's hard to come up with wrong answers when you know the right ones. No one picked it at least, right? So it's a double helix. DNA has a cousin named RNA, and that is a single helix or just a helix. But DNA is double, two sides. Well, you might be hungry right now because it's almost lunchtime. What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common? What is a tick and the Eiffel Tower? It's just a joke. Can you figure it out? It's just a silly one. They're both parasites, right? So in Paris, we have the Eiffel Tower. A tick is a parasite, meaning it harms its host to get what it needs. So same thing with like a flea. A flea is also a parasite. Okay. Just a goofy one to break it up. All right. Who's the cute macaw? You're right there. You got to get in there. Blank bonds are found between nitrogen bases. So what are those things circled? Do you remember that? All right. They are hydrogen bonds. And in the picture, you saw like the little H's and they were the little dotted lines. Hydrogen bonds are going to be important for you in chemistry to know. Biology and chemistry, they're like this. They overlap. They mesh. Cute macaw, you're going to have to get in there. And that's an awesome new is how you say it. You don't say the G. Blank are the monomers or building blocks, the small pieces of DNA molecules. So what are the small pieces? They are called nucleotides. Yeah, so DNA is a nucleic acid. Nucleotides are the small things. So if you imagine you're putting together a puzzle, all the little puzzle pieces, those are nucleotides. And the big thing is the DNA molecule or a nucleic acid, the big puzzle. So small pieces are called nucleotides. It's got the same group up there. A chromosome is made of blank that has been tightly coiled around proteins. It's made of DNA. There are genes on a chromosome, but genes are a small little sliver of DNA. They do live at their address is on a chromosome, but DNA is the thing that makes chromosomes. So it'd be like, I have my headphones here, right? So if this is a strand of DNA, Those proteins are like my finger. I'm wrapping, 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 wrapping. So I didn't change this. I'm just wrapping it. And the thing I'm creating is a chromosome. That's basically how chromosomes are made. It's just DNA wrapped around something. Okay. Ooh, fabulous lark. A lark is a bird, by the way. What does the red circle in the picture below represent? I forgot to change this one. Nitrogenous is nitrogen base. Yeah, it's a nucleotide. It's the small pieces. So we put a bunch of those small pieces together to make the big thing, which in this case is DNA. Remember, the sides are phosphate and sugar, and the parts you step on your ladder, those would be the bases, the nitrogen bases. They're called nitrogen bases because they're made of a lot of nitrogen. All right, true or false? DNA is an example of a protein. True or false? DNA is an example of a protein. That's false, right? DNA, we said, is a nucleic acid. We said that in the very beginning of this. So there's different types of molecules. If you're into like working out, you might have heard of something called your macros. So those are like lipids or fats, carbs, proteins. And then the other one is nucleic acids. And anything that's living, including you, is made of nucleic acids, like DNA, right? And last question, true or false? Odontophobia is the fear of teeth or dental related events. Odontophobia is fear of teeth or dental related events, right? If you have to go get your braces done, that's an orthodontist, right? So anything dont, D-O-N-T or D-O-N-T-O, that means teeth, okay? Just weird random question, scientific word. All right, I'm gonna ask you to open up your notebook. So if you can please open up your notebook for inheritance, the one we've been working in. Let me know if you need the link for Schoology. And while you're opening up that, if you have any questions about DNA or its structure, you can put it in the chat. See who got on the podium. Cute macaw. Silly bunny. And then royal horse. These were like the top three, right? Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely, first one was up there, but then we have 2 and 3 were pretty close. It's all about time, right? So how fast you can click the right answer. And so if you're a fast reader, then it's probably easier for you. And if you have a harder time reading, or maybe you're learning language, it's going to take you longer, right? So, any questions about DNA? Any questions about DNA? Okay, then. How this is going to work is I am going to give you a quiz, right, on Google Forms. So you kind of know we did an evolution quiz the same way. And the reason why we're doing quizzes like this is because a lot of people aren't getting things done. And so hopefully this is incentive for you to get it done. Genesis, I sent you a link to the Spanish version in case you want to look at that or answer on that. It's up to you. Like I said before, you're welcome. You can use you guys can use your notebook for your quiz. Ms. Prieto, I'm going to put a group of people in a breakout room with you in case they have any questions or need any of the questions read to them. But everybody else will be in here. Here's the quiz for everybody. It's going to take you to a form that looks like, yep, that's my English one, that looks like this. So the first thing you're going to do is put your name and your class period. It's period 3. And then your questions are going to come after that. And then there's going to be an opportunity for you to score your group members. Okay, so all of that's required, and they're split up into sections: your info, your questions, and then your group grades. Same thing on the Spanish one, Genesis. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking right now. Please use your notebook to do this. If you have been in class and you've been working hard, you're going to be fine. It's not meant to be a trick one. It's just meant to see, were you awake out there? Are you alive? And if you are not alive, then it will be probably difficult, right? All right, so I'm going to open up these rooms and then you guys can get going on that when you are ready. So everybody should be answering those questions. Everybody should be working on their own questions. I put a couple people into a breakout room for additional help, but that was not most of you. This is not a group quiz. Before you leave, you have to finish this quiz, so I'll be hanging out for a little bit. All right, guys, I do have to jump out of Zoom here in a second so that I can run those other conferences. So I'll be on for maybe another 2 minutes. That means that I'll be here to answer your questions. And then I have to jump off because I have to join those other conferences. So I'm going to set it up on my other computer so I can stay on here longer. But just so you know, I do have to leave here shortly. Okay. Okay. Jonathan, I just got yours, so you can jump off here. All right, guys, I have to jump into this conference right now, so you're welcome to continue on your quiz. That last part is asking you to score your group members. So pay attention to the picture because that will tell you who you worked with. You're going to give them a letter grade and you're going to say why they deserve that score. So what did they do to get a C or a B, an A, and so on, okay? And then don't worry about scoring yourself. Okay, so you're just going to score the people you worked with. If you only worked with 2 other people, then you're going to have some blank spots. Okay, so you might not have a member 3 or member 4, and that's okay. You can still submit it without those. All right, so Jackie, let me know if you have any questions. You can send me a message on Band or an email, Schoology, but I have to jump into the conference for the other person, okay? All right, so I am using this for attendance, so make sure you get it done by lunch so I can put that attendance in, okay? So Genesis, Leilani, Natalie, Samantha, I'll be on my computer. So just send me any messages that any questions you have. Okay. Good luck. And I'll see you guys on Monday. I hope you have a great weekend.